line breathing for expanding into the sides, the lateral side of the rib cage. So we're thinking about overall rib cage expansion and excursion, which is going to allow us to better get a nice 360 inhale and full exhalation and manage pressure through our body. So I'm starting in a sideline position. I'm going to take a ball. You can also use a yoga block, but that sometimes can be a little bit hard for some people. And I'm going to kind of jam it up right kind of underneath my armpit. And I'm going to rest my head on a yoga block. Sometimes I like adding like a towel or something on top of the yoga block, just so I don't have any tension in my neck and I feel like I have to reach down. I'm gonna bring my knees up to 90. Make sure that that ball or squishy object is kind of right underneath that armpit. Essentially, you're just kind of compressing that side of the rib cage to then open the opposite side. So adjust your setup here, and you wanna make sure that you're not flaring out through your rib cage and you're in a nice stacked setup. I'm gonna bring my knees up to 90 like I said, and I'm gonna allow this right knee to kind of shift a little bit in front of the left as I'm in this position. I'm gonna reach my right arm out in front, and this is kind of where I'm gonna breathe, reaching that right knee long. One thing you wanna think about on this right side is this hip tends to kind of hike up. So you wanna think about staying long through this side. So we're not crunching into that right side, you're staying long and shifting the right knee forward. So you're almost feeling like you're unhiking the hip while you're reaching forward. Inhale, exhale. If your hand gets tired, you can place it on the ground, reaching that right knee long, unhiking that right hip. And think about staying long through that right side and expanding kind of into the side body and a little bit posteriorly on that right. Reaching that right knee long. Full exhale. You can also take a yoga block if you need to and kind of rest your hand on it. That can be helpful too, just so you don't feel like you're working so hard. Especially on this right side, it could also feel nice. Unhike that right hip. Take that right arm overhead so you're kind of almost rounding over the ball, kind of getting this almost arch sensation as you inhale and breathe into the side ribs. On that left side, you're gonna do the same thing. So I'm gonna flip this around so you can see me, and I'm just gonna place this underneath that right side. Whoop. And I'm gonna do the same exact thing. I'm gonna reach the left knee long and allow myself to kind of reach for that yoga block and breathe into that side body. We're thinking about nice inhales through the nose, exhales out the mouth. So this is your sideline, rib cage expansion breathing. Think of it like rib mobility, reaching that left knee long, reaching that left arm out, kind of rounding over the ball. It's like someone's reaching and grabbing my hand and pulling it forward, but my body is shifting back in space.